Welcome back to Coinstar, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and anyone who dreams of discovering a fortune hidden in their pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a single coin that might just change your life. Yes, I'm talking about the 1-cent 1971 D Lincoln penny, a coin that has shocked collectors by being valued as high as $9,576 in today's market. That's right, just one little copper penny, worth nearly $10,000, but how can this ordinary-looking coin hold such extraordinary value? What makes it rare? How do you know if your penny is worth thousands? And how do you even start collecting coins that might be your golden ticket? Stick around till the very end, because I'll be telling you how to identify rare and error coins, and giving you a chance to chat directly with me about your coin's year and mint mark, so we can find out its true value together. Let's get started. Segment 1. The 1971 D Lincoln penny, a closer look. 120. The 1971 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. The D below the date stands for the Denver Mint, where over 2.9 billion of these coins were struck. That sounds like a lot, and it is, so you may be wondering, how can a coin so common be worth nearly $10,000 today? Well, the answer lies in rarity, errors, preservation, and the incredible history of the Liberty coins in the United States. Segment 2, the history of Liberty coins and their real market value. 305. To understand the true worth of the 1971 D penny, we need to go back in time. Liberty has been a central theme in American coinage since the birth of the nation. From the flowing hair Liberty of the late 1700s to the seated Liberty, standing Liberty, and walking Liberty coins of the 1800s and early 1900s, the concept of liberty represented not just freedom, but also national pride, strength, and unity. When Lincoln replaced liberty on the 1-cent coin in 1909, it marked a historic shift. For the first time, a real historical figure, Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, took center stage. This move was both symbolic and political, but it also gave rise to one of the most collected and admired coin series in the world, the Lincoln cent. Over time, specific years and mint marks within this series have become incredibly rare and valuable. Collectors seek them out in pristine condition, and prices can skyrocket when unique characteristics or mint errors are involved. Segment 3. What makes the 1971 D penny worth $9,576? 545. Now let's break it down. While most 1971 D pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent, some extraordinary specimens have been found with die errors, striking anomalies, and in perfect uncirculated condition graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services. In one famous case, a collector discovered a 1971 D Lincoln penny in MS 67 red condition, a coin with stunning, blazing red luster, flawless surfaces, and zero wear. This gem sold for an unbelievable $9,576 at auction. That's the kind of payday that turns a penny into a jackpot. But even if your coin isn't perfect, it might still be worth hundreds or even thousands if it has certain errors or unique features. Segment 4. How to identify rare and error coins. 740. Let's talk about how you can check your 1971 D penny, or any coin, to see if it's rare or valuable. Here's what to look for. Mint errors. These include double die obverse, DDO, where the date or Liberty appears double off center strike, where the design is misaligned. Clipped planchet, a coin missing a section. Die cracks, raised lines on the coin from a cracked minting die. Condition, a high-grade coin, especially MS 65 to MS 70, is worth more. MS stands for mint state and means the coin has never been circulated. Luster and color, coins with a full red luster are especially prized. Over time, most pennies darken. But a coin that retains its brilliant red hue is far rarer. Preservation, store your coins in proper holders, keep them away from moisture and oils, and never clean them. Cleaning reduces value, so, if you've got a 1971 D penny, grab a magnifying glass and take a close look. You might just be holding a rare and valuable treasure in your hand. Segment 5. Write your coin year and mint mark in the comments. 1010. Here's the most exciting part. I want you to join the conversation. Drop the year and mint mark of your coin in the comments section, and I'll personally reply with information about its current market value and how rare it may be. Whether it's a 1971D, a 1969S, or a 1983 no mint mark, every coin tells a story, and I'd love to help you uncover yours. So don't hesitate, write your coin's info in the chat now. You could be sitting on a fortune. Segment 6, Final Thoughts and subscribe. 1140, the 1971D Lincoln penny might seem like just another copper coin, but as we've seen, it holds a history rooted in liberty, leadership, and legacy. It's a symbol of American resilience and an opportunity for collectors to strike gold, sometimes quite literally. Some are just worth a cent, but others are valued at over $9,576. That's why every coin matters, and every collector's eye makes a difference. That if you found this video helpful, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Coins Master, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin alert. I've got tons of exciting videos on valuable coins, rare varieties, and tips to become a successful collector, and I want you to be part of our growing community. And remember, that spare change in your drawer, it could be your ticket to a small fortune. Today, we're diving deep into a small piece of copper that could be worth a massive fortune. You might have it lying around in your drawers, pockets, or an old jar sitting on your grandmother's shelf. Yes, we're talking about the 1-cent 1975 Lincoln penny, a coin from the United States that might just be your ticket to a small fortune. In fact, certain examples of this very coin have shocked collectors by selling for jaw-dropping prices in the thousands. Some versions, due to rare minting errors or pristine conditions, can be worth as much as $5,984 or even more in the current collector's market. So grab your magnifying glasses, hold on tight, and let's uncover the story behind this iconic coin. The 1975 1-cent coin, featuring Abraham Lincoln, is part of one of the longest-running coin series in American history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the 1975 penny, like its predecessors, was minted in two locations: the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; the Denver Mint, mint mark D. Under the date, most 1975 pennies were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them that classic reddish-brown tone. But while millions were minted, only a handful remain in top condition today. And even fewer carry the rare errors that send their value through the roof. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A standard circulated 1975 penny might only be worth a few cents, but a rare error, a flawless strike, or a perfectly preserved uncirculated coin can command thousands of dollars. Let's rewind a bit and talk about the history of Liberty coins. You see, the term Liberty has appeared on American coinage since the very beginning of the United States Mint. From the early flowing hair dollar in 1794 to the modern Lincoln cent, Liberty has been a symbol of American identity, freedom, and democracy. Collectors are passionate about Liberty coins for their artistry, their symbolism, and their legacy. Some Liberty coins, such as the Liberty Head Nickel, 1883 to 1913, or the Liberty Seated Dimes, have sold for millions of dollars in top auctions. The market value of these coins depends on rarity, demand condition, graded from poor to mint state, minting errors, historical significance, and here's the amazing part: the 1975 Lincoln cent is part of that same Liberty lineage. While Abraham Lincoln replaced the image of liberty on the 1-cent coin starting in 1909, the word Liberty still proudly appears on the obverse side, to the left of Lincoln's profile. So yes, this 1975 penny is a Liberty coin, and it's part of a powerful legacy that continues to hold strong value in today's collector market. Now, let's talk about what makes some coins worth thousands, while others stay at face value. Here's what you should be looking for. Errors are what make ordinary coins incredibly valuable. These include double dies, when the coin is struck twice with a misaligned die off-center strikes, where the image is not perfectly centered; die cracks, lines appearing on the coin from worn dies; clipped planchets, when a piece of the coin is physically missing; transitional errors, coins struck using metal compositions from the wrong year; a 1975 penny with a double die obverse, where Lincoln's image or the word Liberty appears doubled, could fetch $2,000 to $6,000 depending on condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect uncirculated specimen. A 1975 Lincoln cent in MS-67 red condition could command over $5,984, especially if certified by top agencies like PCGS or NGC. Lincoln cents come in three color designations: red, RD, the most desirable and highest valued; brown, RB, slightly circulated brown; BN, heavily circulated. A red 1975 D penny in MS condition is incredibly sought after and can break the $5,000 barrier easily. Now, for the part you've been waiting for, the current market value of this coin. In 1975 Philadelphia Mint penny in average condition, around 1 cent. A 1975 Denver Mint penny with visible wear, also 1 cent. But a 1975 penny in mint state 65 plus red, valued up to $5,984, one with an off-center strike or double die, could exceed $6,000 to $7,000 at auction. Some coins in pristine condition, especially those graded MS-67 plus by PCGS, have sold for thousands. One such coin recently sold in a private collector auction for $5,984, and that's not even the highest ever recorded. That's right. A penny that cost 1 cent to make in 1975 can now pay your rent for half a year. Now it's your turn. Got a coin collection at home? Have a penny from 1975 or any other year? Type the year and mint mark in the comments section below, and I'll personally reply with the estimated current value of your coin. For example, 1975 D, 1983 no mint mark, 1969 S double die, whatever you've got. Let's evaluate your treasure and see if you're holding on to a potential $5,984 payday or more. Don't miss this opportunity. Who knows, that little coin in your hand might just change your life. Alright, friends, that wraps up today's journey through the rich history, market value, and rare hidden details of the 1975 Lincoln 1 cent coin. We've explored how this unassuming penny can turn into a rare collector's gem, worth thousands in today's market. So check your pockets, check your piggy banks, go through that old coffee jar, and start the hunt. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coins Master, where we unlock the value of every coin in your collection, where pocket change could turn into a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into a special coin, the 1 cent 1981 Lincoln penny, a small coin that could hold massive value, up to $5,996 in today's collector market. That's right. A coin that millions of people ignored, dropped in vending machines, or tossed into jars could now be worth thousands of dollars, all thanks to rare features, mint errors, and historical significance. So don't blink, because by the end of this video you'll know the amazing history of Liberty coins, how to identify rare and error pennies, why the 1981 Lincoln penny is so valuable, and how you can find one worth thousands. And here's the exciting part: write the year and mint mark of your coin in the comments below, and I'll personally reply with what its real collector value could be. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's begin this treasure hunt. Section 1, the 1981 1 cent, deep dive. Let's start with the star of today's episode, the 1981 Lincoln cent, also known as the Abraham Lincoln Liberty 1 cent coin. This coin features the legendary 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, facing right on the obverse. That's the front. Along the top, you'll see the words "In God We Trust," with Liberty on the left and the date 1981 on the right. Depending on where it was minted, you might also find a mint mark like D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mark at all, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. What makes this coin special is that it was one of the last year's Lincoln cents were made from 95% copper before the big switch in 1982 to a zinc composition. That means 1981 pennies have real metal value in addition to numismatic value. Even better, rare versions of this coin with errors or unique features can be worth thousands, with one recently valued at a whopping $5,996. Section 2, History of Liberty Coins, the Roots of Value. To understand why the 1981 Lincoln penny can be so valuable, we need to take a step back and look at the history of Liberty coins in the USA. The idea of liberty has been central to American coinage since the very beginning. Starting in the late 1700s, the United States used the image of Lady Liberty on nearly every coin, a powerful symbol of freedom and independence. From the flowing hair Liberty to the seated Liberty, and eventually to coins like the Mercury dime and Standing Liberty Quarter. The theme remained the same: honor liberty, honor the nation. But in 1909, everything changed. To mark the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the U.S. Mint introduced the first circulating coin to feature a real American, President Lincoln himself. Replacing Lady Liberty on the penny. It was controversial at first. Many traditionalists wanted to keep liberty on all coins. But Lincoln's enduring image quickly became iconic, and to this day, his portrait remains on the U.S. penny. That's why we still call it the Lincoln cent, and it's a direct descendant of the Liberty tradition. So, when you hold a 1981 Lincoln penny, you're holding over 200 years of American coin heritage, blending liberty, history, and patriotism into one small piece of copper. Section 3, How to Identify a Rare or Error Penny. Here's where things get juicy. Not every 1981 penny is worth thousands, but some are, especially those with errors or unique characteristics. Let's break down what you should be looking for. 1. Double die errors. These are coins where the image appears slightly doubled. It can happen on the date, the word liberty, or even in God we trust. If you see this doubling clearly, hold on tight. These can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. 2. Off-center strikes. If the design is not centered properly, for example, Lincoln's head is cut off or part of the lettering is missing, that's called an off-center strike. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more it's worth. Extreme examples can bring in over $1,000.30. Wrong planchet errors. Sometimes pennies were struck on the wrong metal blank, like a dime or foreign coin blank. These are extremely rare but extremely valuable, sometimes selling for several $1,000s. 4. No mint mark. 1981 S proof coins from San Francisco are supposed to have an S mint mark. But on rare occasions, a few were struck without it. These error proofs are now extremely sought after by collectors. 5. High-grade coins. Even without errors, if your coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, MS 65 or higher, meaning it has no scratches, no fingerprints, no wear, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands depending on the market. Section 4, Why the 1981 penny is worth $5,996. Now let's talk about that $5,996 figure. How is a 1-cent coin worth nearly $6,000? It all comes down to grade. Coins graded MS 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare for 1981 cents. Only a handful exist. Mint mark. Coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially proof errors, can carry big value, demand. As copper coins disappear from circulation and collectors search for rare examples, demand continues to rise. Historical significance. Being one of the last full copper coins makes the 1981 Lincoln cent even more collectible. In auctions, some of these coins in perfect mint state with special errors or exceptional color and luster have sold between $4,000 and $5,996. Section 5. Tips for coin collectors and viewers. So, what should you do right now? Step 1. Grab all your spare change and look for 1981 pennies, especially those with a D, S, or no mint mark. Step 2. Check for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Step 3. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to examine the details. Step 4. Protect high-quality finds by putting them in coin flips or holders. Step 5. Comment below with the year and mint mark of your coin, and I'll personally reply with the current value and market trends. And finally, consider getting your best coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This makes it easier to sell to serious collectors and can multiply your profit. OUTRO. Call TO Action. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of 99% of casual collectors. Don't underestimate the value sitting in your pockets or your piggy bank. That little 1981 1-cent Lincoln penny could be your ticket to $5,996 or more. The ultimate place where hidden treasures come to life. Today, we're about to dive deep into a small but mighty coin that could be lying around your home, inside your old drawers, or maybe even in your wallet right now, the 1-cent 1982 Abraham Lincoln coin from the United States of America. This isn't just any ordinary penny. Oh no, this could be your gateway to a fortune. some of these coins are now selling for over $868 in today's collector market, and in certain rare conditions, they can reach thousands. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and let's explore the full story, the secrets, the real value, and how you can check if your 1982 penny is worth serious cash. Section 1. The rich history of the 1982 1-cent Lincoln coin. Let's start with the foundation of it all, the history. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909, in honor of President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. This was the first U.S. coin to feature the face of a real historical person. Until then, coins typically showcased allegorical figures like Lady Liberty. Over the years, the Lincoln penny went through many changes, but 1982, yes, 1982, was a major turning point in the penny's evolution. Why? Because in 1982, the composition of the coin changed dramatically. Before this year, the penny was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But rising copper prices forced the U.S. Mint to make a big decision. Midway through 1982, they shifted to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. That means in 1982, there are actually 7 different varieties of the 1-cent coin, making it a paradise for coin collectors and treasure hunters. Section 2. What makes the 1982 penny so special? Let's break it down. In 1982, the U.S. Mint produced pennies with both large and small date designs, using both copper and zinc compositions, and at 2 mint locations, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a D. So, here are the possible 1982 varieties. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D small date zinc, 1982 D large date zinc. But here's the twist that rocked the coin world: the 1982 D small date copper penny should not exist. But in 2016, a collector discovered one, and it sold for over $18,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. $18,000 for a 1-cent coin. That discovery proved that error coins or transitional mistakes are still out there, just waiting to be found. Section 3. How to identify rare and error 1982 pennies. Now comes the part you've all been waiting for. How to identify a rare or valuable 1982 penny. There are 2 main things you need to check. 1. The date size. You'll need a magnifying glass or a zoom camera. Compare your penny's date to a verified small date and large date online. The small date versions are rarer and more sought after, especially in copper. Point 2. The composition. Is it copper or zinc? This is crucial. Copper pennies are heavier, about 3.11 grams. Zinc ones are lighter, around 2.5 grams. You can use a precise digital scale to weigh your coin. If your coin weighs around 3.11 grams and has a small date with a D mint mark, you may be holding a $10,000 plus treasure. Bonus tip: if your coin has any strange errors like doubling of letters, off-center strikes, missing elements, or cracks, it could be an error coin, and that adds huge value. Section 4. Current market value and circulation worth. So, how much can your 1982 penny be worth today? Here's the breakdown. Common 1982 zinc or copper coins in worn condition are still worth 1 cent in circulation. 1982 copper coins in uncirculated condition can be worth between $1 to $5.1982. Small date copper pennies from Philadelphia can go for $10 to $100 plus in mint state. 1982 D small date copper, extremely rare, has sold for $10,000 to $18,800. Unique error coins or double dies from 1982 have sold for hundreds to thousands depending on the grade, and yes, some verified examples have been listed at $868 or more, especially in MS67 or higher condition on certified auction sites. This makes the 1982 Lincoln cent one of the most exciting and valuable modern coins to hunt for in your collection, pocket change, or even rolls from the bank. Section 5. The legacy of Liberty coins and their real market value. You may be wondering, where does the 1982 Lincoln penny fit in the grand legacy of Liberty coins? The term Liberty coin often refers to earlier U.S. coins that prominently feature the word liberty, and it symbolizes the spirit of American freedom, from the flowing hair liberty of 1793, to the standing Liberty quarters, to modern coins like the Lincoln cent, the legacy continues, and while many Liberty coins are silver or gold, even a humble 1-cent coin like the 1982 Lincoln has become a modern-day Liberty legend, because of its unique varieties, composition changes, and extremely rare transitional errors. Collectors now treat these coins as miniature historical treasures. A snapshot of U.S. mint history and economic change, Section 6, what you can do right now. That you know how valuable the 1982 penny can be, here's what you should do: start searching your change, pockets, jars, piggy banks, and bank rolls, sort your 1982 coins by mint mark, date, size, and weight, use a digital scale and magnifying glass to identify your variety, look for errors like doubling, misstrikes, or unique features, get your rare find certified by services like PCGS or NGC. Sell through auctions or coin marketplaces. If you think you've got something special, call TO Action. Community engagement, and now it's your turn. Type the year and mint mark of your coin in the comments below, and I'll personally reply with its current collector value, rarity, and what you should do with it. Have a coin you think could be rare. Let's talk.